Getting down.
Getting dirty.
Welcome to Dirty 30. My name's Kevin Hughes. I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Ari Safari.
That's me.
That's her. And today, we're going to be talking about The Joker,
The Joker.
which for some reason had a lot of controversy behind it. Not really sure why
Yeah.
after seeing it today. Yeah, we just saw it today. I had some expectations of how I wanted or how I thought it would be. Don't really think that they got met. But overall, I thought the movie was good though. It was a good movie, and it was
the guy who played the Joker was like awesome.
yeah. He did a good
whatever
job.
His name is
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was dope. He was definitely dope. But I guess the controversy behind the Joker was that it was like too violent or like too dark or like.
And I mean, yeah, it's like they were saying it was too dark. You know, it was violent. They didn't like all the gun violence, and I get it.
And it wasn't even a lot of gun violence.
Yeah, but like, it's like because all the stuff that's going on and like in the world, and yes, our country's messed up, and everybody's like shooting each other because people get mad or whatever. And they were saying that because the Joker basically is like that story of like the person that, you know, always felt like they were being wronged by the world, and then they got upset and they decided to do something about it. So he killed the people, and that's pretty much what goes on like with the campus shootings and like other people just kind of going in the streets and shooting people. I can see on that end why people were like kind of like why, but like it's kind of like at the same time getting upset because there's like shooting in a war movie.
Yeah.
Like it's the Joker. He's a crazy, mentally ill criminal.
Right. Yeah.
So you know it's not really shouldn't be unexpected.
I was gonna say, like, what did you expect from the Joker? Like, did people go into the movie not knowing what they were about to watch? I mean, like, because if you think about the Joker, like the famous Joker, the Dark Knight Joker, he was just as crazy, just as dark. He shoved a pencil through somebody's head. Like
he was killing people left and right.
Yeah, he blew up a hospital.
Right, like it was like he was really doing some crazy stuff and nobody.
Yeah, at least this one he didn't blow up a hospital.
Right. Yeah, and I mean I think this one was a little different than Dark Knight because it made you sympathetic towards the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe people were worried that like now with the mass shootings, more people will be feeling justified by the fact that, well, it's just like the Joker. You know, my whole life has been like this, and now I'm taking control, and I want to, you know, I want to take care of myself, my own fate, you know, or whatever. And you don't want, you know, the riots in the street. You don't want, you don't want everyone else. You know, I guess they're more so like, okay, now what if everyone else starts being like backing like mass shooters and not seeing why it's like a wrong thing?
Yeah.
But I don't really think that would happen.
I don't think that would happen. And of course people will, you know, whatever message that they want to get from a movie, they will get it. But like you said, I don't think like the majority of people would really, you know, start thinking that. But I think it was weird, like even in the theater too, because I kind of started feeling like it almost felt like, I don't know, like tense in the theater. Like people were really like,
it was just quiet, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, nobody like. See, for me, like there were parts in there that I genuinely thought were funny. And I laughed a few times in the movie, but like nobody laughed, and like it was just
like,
dead.
It was
like,
I feel like I'm used to more like a little bit more liveliness in the theater. Not like super loud or like obnoxious or anything, but just like
enjoy the movie,
good
nigga.
Giggles, chuckles, you know, here and there, maybe a few comments, just like oh wow, or you know something. So just something that shows that you're like into the movie. Yeah. And I just feel like such a terrible person every time I laughed because. No one else was laughing. I couldn't laugh like loudly, or not loud. Like I couldn't really laugh actually for real because I felt like people were gonna be like turn around and be like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, like why is she laughing at this?
But like
she's crazy.
That scene with the midget and the man, he killed that man. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. The funniest
it was
thing.
Funny.
And like I was,
he was
cracking up, just cracking up, and I couldn't laugh for real. I couldn't give it its full due because I just knew that if I laughed for real, everyone around me was gonna be like, "This girl is crazy."
Yeah, and even the way they played out the scene too, you could tell that it was supposed to be a comedic moment. Like the way they shot it, even like where he couldn't reach the lock,
right?
And like the way he was screaming in the back, you know what I mean. So like, I just
it
think
was nice though that he did that. That he didn't kill the midget. He's like, you were always so nice to me. You're the only one, and it's like that's so real because when people do go off the handles and do like crazy shit, like shoot
they
up
remember
places,
who was nice to him.
They remember like the people who genuinely were. I mean, yes, innocent people do die in those mass shootings and stuff, but I know I just like that he didn't kill the midget.
Yeah,
it kind of gave you like the alternative. It was like, you know, you don't have to be the person that ends up getting his head bashed into the wall. You could be the guy that stands there screaming in the background like, oh my God, and then, you know, walk out the door and not be harmed because, you know, you were a good person, which is why everyone should always treat everyone the way they want to be treated. The golden rule.
The golden rule. Yeah, I think even going back to what you were saying about how people could take this movie and kind of spin it to like be in line with their beliefs and be like and justify their mass shootings or whatever. I think the most important thing about this movie is to bring awareness to situations like that where it's like people have mental illnesses. Some people are weird, but be nice to people because they won't go off the hands if people are just like you know, you saw in the movie like he was treated terribly like his whole life. Like so it was like
it's just you just need to, because I feel like that's the way to stop like some violence in the streets is just treating people like humans. I mean, you don't have to be best friends with everyone. You don't have to walk down the streets smiling at everybody, but at least be, you know, a positive energy, a positive like person in the world. And if you see like crap going down, I don't know why I'm not cursing this much. I don't know. I'm like censoring myself.
It's been a while since I ever heard you say crap.
Yeah, I'm like, but no, but like, you know, like even like the whole when like the Joker was getting jumped in the alley, and people were like walking by, and it's like kind of like, oh, it's just so crazy because like in the real life that's how people are. It's just like, but I'm the person that I'm always like, I would just love a good vigilante. And I just love the person that would like come down the street and like save a person or like jump into a fight because
hey, asshole!
Like jump into a fight because, you know, this person, you know, you can help this person like win this thing because they're like being treated, you know, like I don't know, just
I remember you almost got your ass beat in the bar. I had to almost pull you out of some
I did
shit.
not almost get my ass
You didn't
beat.
almost get your ass beat, but you almost got into it.
Don't put it out here like I can't handle myself because I most definitely can.
Okay, bad choice of words, but you almost got into a fight that you were not supposed to be involved in because you was trying to help out some girl that was too drunk or something.
Right,
I
but
don't
the thing
know.
was is that because I was drunk, and then when I'm drunk, I was like really, really nice and social. So I was just like, oh, but at the same time, I didn't even know like it was just like we weren't even a part of what was going on behind her. It's just that she got dragged in. I feel like because people who be drunk fighting like doesn't be. I feel like she got bumped or something and said something, or I don't. The whole night was just a mess.
Yeah,
it was just stupid.
It was very eventful.
And I that was my 23rd birthday. Yeah. A lot of Patron shots.
Patron. Yeah.
But either way, I do like when people at least stand in. I hate people want to stand by because that's how most crimes in the streets are able to get. People are going to be able to get away with it because
nobody does.
No one says anything. No one does anything. And I saw that like they have the anonymous tip stuff now, or like the anonymous like you have like a number you can call. I saw it on the Metro train when I used to ride it.
Yeah, I used to see those too.
And it was like, oh, you don't have to say your name or anything. You can like text this number and be like, yo, just saw this man steal this lady's purse or something.
True.
It's just cool, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like we just need more people to stand up for other people. Because just like that scene, and that was like, I think that thing that hit the closest home was the lady on the public transit, and like those guys are like messing with her, and like that is so real for so many girls and women out here. It's like riding public transit is one of the most like I feel like for me is one of the most tense and most like suspenseful moments for a woman is because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if it's going to be a train ride where you can like sit and mind your business and no one's going to bother you, or if it's going to be the day where like this guy is constantly hitting on you and you want him to leave him alone, or if it's going to be the day where you really get an aggressive person that's really just messing with you because he wants to like be the bigger power. And like many times, things like that would happen and people won't say anything. And like granted, the train car was pretty empty besides the Joker, but I mean like just thinking like in a situation like that where someone at least he started laughing. I think he wanted to help, But, like, he
Yeah.
was kind of like, which is why he started laughing. But I think he did like a nervous laughter kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah.
feel like he was kind of looking, and which is, or people in situations like that, it's somewhere to be like,
I kind of found that scene a little confusing too, just because it was like she was looking
She
to
looked at
him,
him for
for
help.
help.
which
But,
is like what
like-
happens all the time. Because think about it, you
But-
got 3 guys in front of you who are throwing fries. They're being aggressive. You don't know if I get off the train, are they gonna come off after me? You know, or at
Yeah.
least say something. At least be like, hey, you guys, maybe you guys should just shut the hell up and leave her alone.
The
It's
only
just
reason I found it confusing was because the Joker looked more freaky and intimidating than those dudes were. So I'm like, why are you looking at him for help?
I think
like,
he was just a clown. He was just like a clown and like he had a bad day at work.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, but just speak up for people.
Speak up.
Stand up for people. Just do the right thing, really, or just have other people just stop messing with people. Guys, if a girl tells you she's not interested, she's not interested. There's no matter how you spin it or you word it, it's just not gonna work. She's just not interested. And so people would just look out for these girls and women because it's a crazy world, and you always need someone to have your back.
So, what did you expect from the movie overall?
Man, I
and
expected
did it
violence.
happen?
I expected explosions. I expected violence. I expected like more
Me
screams.
too. Yeah.
But I get the story. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
the origin story, obviously. It was supposed to be, the whole backstory as to how he got to where we know
Yeah.
him to be at. So I get why it wasn't as
Mm-hmm.
action-packed as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm just used to the Joker from The Dark Knight. I'm used to just the explosions
Yeah.
and people dying and him having some crazy warped game
Yeah.
plan or whatever, But this actually showed you from like the beginning all the way to the
Yeah.
point of him getting his little henchman who, if you peeped at at
Yeah,
the
which
end,
is crazy
his
though.
henchman
That
is
was
the one
dope.
that kinda
Yeah.
put him up. And it was like only like 4 of them. That's how he gets his little goons,
Yeah.
Because like everyone else is just cheering in the streets. Like you
Yeah.
saw the little secret like mission that was happening
Yeah.
with the ambulance smash. Or sorry, I probably shouldn't say this, but like the
Yeah.
whole him getting free or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
Yeah, I thought
And like
that
the
was
shooting
really
of the
dope.
parents was so sad.
Yeah.
I think that was one moment in the story where I was kind of like, dang, it wasn't no reason. Okay, I could see them killing the man, but they didn't have to kill the mom.
Yeah.
There was no point. He had the mask on. They wouldn't know his identity because you left the kid alive. Like,
Mm-hmm. I thought they were gonna do there's like a really famous line from that scene is he goes tell me kid, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And like that's like the memory that Bruce Wayne like has of that moment.
Huh.
And they didn't do it. I was like, oh, okay, well.
interesting.
But I pretty much expected the same thing, like just more action packed, and it wasn't. But I can't really say that I really got bored. It was just like I was just ready for the Joker to be the Joker.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
I was ready for that like crazy suit, and I was ready.
Yeah.
But it kind of happened later in the movie. It did have a slow start. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a bad slow start.
Yeah.
It just made you pick up on things, made you remember things, made you
Yeah.
kind of like think things through.
Mm-hmm.
But
I really liked that twist too. I kind of want this to be a spoiler-free podcast, but it's like whatever. But like that the twist with the girl where it was like you thought, but no, not for real. Where he went into her apartment, then you realize like, oh shit,
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so-
crazy. I mean, I really thought that like
shit was going down, but it wasn't.
I was like, okay, check him out. Got him like, okay,
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I don't want to spoil nothing, but I
Yeah.
was definitely vibing. I was like, okay, I feel this. I feel
Yeah.
this. Really, and
was
also
still
it
strange
went
to
back
me.
to all of the scenes where like that was not the reality.
Yeah, shit was crazy. I kind of want to watch the movie again to like, cause you could also see in the moments where it was like, even in those scenes, like they planted those seeds, like, oh, she's there, she's not there, this and that. So I want to go back and watch it and see like if I can.
I was real worried though at first, cause I was like, oh no, don't hurt the
Yeah, I
part.
thought
Like,
she was on.
I was like, okay, but yeah, we definitely could see it again at some point if you would like, because we have
Yeah.
our A stub list, or
Oh,
what is
yeah,
it? Our
yeah.
Stubs A list AMC membership now,
Hell
where we
yeah.
get to see 3 movies a week. 3 movies. That is right, 3 movies in 1 week.
For $25 a month.
Yes, so we could see at least 12 movies in 1 month.
Hell yeah.
I don't even have enough free time for that, but
Facts.
it will be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just do 3 movies on a Sunday or a Saturday.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, Joker, good movie. How many stars you give it out of 5, Ariana?
I give it 4.5.
4.5. What would it need to do to get for it to have 5 stars? I agree. I probably give it 4.
I would have made the movie longer, and I would have had him be a little more the Joker at the end. And I know why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably really good writing, because obviously, but now we gotta wait to see if they're gonna do another movie.
Yeah.
But I would have liked
another movie
to have seen at least another 3 scenes of like him interacting with like the secret little operation going on with his people. Yeah. I would like to have seen something with that. I would like to have seen him, in like at the end in the hospitals. I would just like to have seen a little bit more on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the same for me. I feel like in order for me to give it like that 5th star would be to, you could either make it longer or trim out some of that beginning stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't really like I said, it got to the point where I was like, okay, when is he gonna be the Joker?
Yeah.
Like, when is this gonna happen?
Definitely.
But yeah, overall good movie. Go see it. It's super dope. It's not really disturbing at all. Don't believe the hype about that shit, because it's like,
yeah, it's not really at all.
The one thing I'll leave it on this too. The one thing that I really liked about the movie too was that it was like the bad guy wins. That never happens in movies, where it's like the bad guy like kind of wins.
Yeah. It's your favorite.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. It's not a nice twist on like, I guess like film format. But I guess it's kind of crazy because he was like the protagonist and the antagonist at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, go see it. All right, next segment, we're going to have our 10-minute shot clock. We play like a nice little conversational game. We went kind of long on the Joker thing, but it's okay. I think we kind of planned for that anyway. So I guess this will be officially a movie review podcast.
Right, yeah. And then a little game at the end.
A little game
we'll go
in
ahead
it.
and wrap it up.
Yeah. So what is this game called? What is
It's
this?
called the Alphabet Game. I'm sure everyone has played it, maybe. I'm hoping everyone has played it.
I have
it's a fun
not.
game.
I haven't heard of it.
Really?
No.
I used to play it all the time when I was younger. And basically the game goes, you choose a topic. It's a group game. So, the more people you have, the more fun it is. So it's a group game. The group chooses a topic, whether it be cars, fruits, vegetables, adjectives, adverbs, or just something, anything really. And you go around listing things that fall underneath that category, but it has to be in alphabetical order. So the first person so if we were to choose a topic of fruit, I would say apple. Kevin could say banana. I'd say cantaloupe. Then he could say like whatever, a fruit that starts with a D. Dates.
Dates. Yeah, there you go.
And then, and then I would just keep going. And whoever messes up will take a shot. So if we had like car brands, then I could be like Audi, and he could be like Benz, and I could be like Cadillac, and then he could be like Dodge. And then if I were to be like, oh, I don't know anything for E,
then you had to take a shot.
Then I would take a shot.
Speaking of which, we never did like an updated like podcast on the last round that we did for the 10-minute shot clock. We got lit that night. We got lit as fuck. So I guess we would just kind of tally it up again, and we'll just know how many shots that we're both owed at the next time that we decide to
next weekend
ourselves.
we're already gonna get lit because it's Kevin's birthday.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
October 19th. Everyone, mark your calendars.
Yeah. All right, start us off.
Okay.
Game master.
So I choose a category. There's so many categories to choose.
Categories. What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
What's it gonna be?
How about you choose?
How about I choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a couple of lists on here, a couple of topics. I mean, but you can choose them off the top of your head as well.
Oh, there's a list. Okay, let me see.
Not that many, really.
How about?
I'm probably like really bad at this.
How about
actually.
Actors and actresses?
Oh shit. Okay.
Or just celebrities. Let's do it celebrities.
Okay. For some reason, I think I'm gonna be really bad at this. But yeah, you can start.
Okay, Adam Sandler.
Do you have to say the full name?
No. I mean, well, I guess so. I mean, you can't just say. Okay. Yeah, just whatever name they go by.
Okay, yeah. Beyonce.
Christopher Nolan.
Dylan Cole.
Eva Longoria. What's her name?
Eva Longoria.
Okay.
Dang, see, I'm sitting here. I was supposed to think of mine.
Yeah, you're not supposed to help me out. I tricked you.
Pharrell. No, that's not F.
Okay, you got one.
I got one.
You got one. Okay. Okay, I don't know another topic. Now you got to pick a topic.
Let's do adjectives.
Adjectives. Okay. Go
and
ahead.
I'll start. Audacious.
Bodacious.
Cute.
Daring.
Evil.
Flirtatious.
Gallivant. Oh, wait, that's a verb. What am I?
Gallivant. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, you fucked up. That's two. She finna be lit next weekend, bud. Finna be going stupid. All right. Let's do nouns then, since we do
nouns.
Yeah. Or yeah.
That's pretty
okay,
broad.
Verbs.
We could do nouns, but since it's just adjectives, it's just that nouns is like
it's just anything.
Right.
Yeah. So verbs. Let's do verbs.
Okay.
Okay, so accentuate.
We're not verbs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bring.
Close.
Dare.
Elope.
Fly.
Grab.
Have.
Illustrate.
Joke.
Kill.
Like.
Nap.
Isn't it supposed to be M?
What'd you do? LM? Oh, okay. Well.
So let's just stop for Kevin.
Damn it. Shit. Okay, I got 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Okay.
One last topic?
Yeah, let's do one last one. Let's do. I don't know.
Let's do.
I was gonna say like cities or something, but
We could do
or just
cities.
places around the world.
We could do cities. Let's do cities.
Let's just do places around the world.
Places around the world.
Just places, like any place.
What does that even freaking mean?
Just put place, any place. You could
Like
do
what?
cities, states, restaurants.
What? No.
Okay,
That is
fine.
so broad.
Okay, so fine. Cities. Do cities. I don't know those cities.
Okay, then we won't do it.
Okay.
Or we can try. You don't know,
We can try.
cities.
Okay,
We
let's
can,
try.
we can do cities around the world. It doesn't have to be just U.S. cities. It can just be international cities.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I starting?
Sure.
Arundel.
Brooklyn.
Chicago.
Dallas.
Evanston.
You took a long
I
time. but
did.
I'll let you have
Okay.
that one. Flossmoor.
Glenwood.
Homewood.
HI. Inglewood.
Jefferson.
Okay.
We sticking with
Kensington.
all these freaking Illinois places.
That's all I know.
Go ahead.
Kensington. Is that a place?
I don't know.
It just sounds like a place.
Probably. I'll let you have it.
Okay.
London.
JKLM. Massachusetts.
That's a state. You lose.
Oh, damn it. Damn, I should have said Manhattan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well.
Okay.
Two
Well,
shots
2
for
to
you.
2. Cool.
Woo.
If we remember to update you.
Yeah, leave some topics for us down in the comments.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Dirty 30. Appreciate you
Featuring
tuning
the
in.
Joker.
Featuring the Joker, our official Joker movie review. I am Kevin Hughes.
I'm Ari Safari.
And we'll catch you next time.
Whoop whoop.
Peace.
Peace out.